Welcome back to the channel, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So today we are fishing at Drostersnes. It is between Pietersburg and Kalkfontein. It's a venue on the Kalkfontein Dam. So yeah, they got a couple of chalets at the top. We booked one for the weekend. We have having a bit of a family weekend, so that's something to look forward to. It is in June right now, middle of June, so it's nice and cold. We had a front coming through. We have a front coming through, so that's going to be interesting to see what the temperatures will do. But anyway, yes. So we arrived a bit later than what we should have. Quickly got unpacked and so on. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see, we are quite close to the chalets. We're in like a little pan here. Fish are jumping like at 20 meters, which is quite irritating. There's quite a bit of grass patches in front of us, but yes, I just put my short rod just other side the grass patches, and my long rod is about at 80 meters. And then yes, we'll see how that goes. Start feeding soon, and then hopefully catch a couple of nice duck ones. So I'm quickly going to make some feed for the weekend to put in a feeding spot. So first what I do is I got a bit of fine mealies, just normal ground mealies, about half a bucket of that. And then I have got some mealies that I soaked for 3 days, boiled, and they're nice and soft like that. You can see when you press them with your fingers, they burst. Now these also have a bit of salt in. So now, since it is a bit cold and the fish don't really want to feed that aggressively, I would put maybe about 5 handfuls worth of whole mealies, whole corn in like that, just to give them something that'll stay a bit longer. And then Old Faithful molasses. This is just your normal molasses. Reason I like molasses so much in the winter is it's got a high salt concentration. Obviously it's nice and sweet. Since the fish don't eat so much, they like nutrient rich substances like bugs and snails or whatever, and they also have a craving for salt. So anywhere you can work a bit of salt in into your feeding, your mix, put too much in. I found that I've made that mistake a couple of times, and that actually scares them away a bit. They take a bit longer to get on the bite, so I'll be quite generous with this. There we go. Another thing that makes normal molasses so potent, in my opinion, is the fact that because it's heavy, it's like a heavy syrupy texture. It stays at the bottom and like coats, makes like a cloud at the bottom, and it stays there, mixes into your salt and your ground and so on, and it stays there much longer. It keeps the fish coming back. Even if there's not a lot of feed left, the fish keep on working through the ground and the salt and whatnot. So now I'm just going to mix it in. So yes, there we go. I got a bit of water mixing here. Just going to mix it through. I like to let this sit for about 10-20 minutes. You see it's got like a nice dark chocolatey paste like that, and this goes a long way. Now why I let it sit a bit is so that the molasses can just pull into your mealies, into your grit a little bit, and it just helps keep the molasses and the flavor on the bottom. After feeding at about 80 meters, after just behind the grass bank, we got a few very nice carp, bunch of small ones as well, got stuck quite a bit. Then my brother also caught a nice barbel. I can't quite remember what it weighed, but it was a decent sized one. Then yes, we decided to move to the right, where we were sitting near the chalets, due to the grass and so on, just being a little bit too thick for everybody to manage to get the fish through the grass. Right, so I quickly made this video as well for you guys where I walk through the chalets just to give you guys an idea what it looks like. There are a bunch of 2-man chalets, 3-man chalets that are available with their ablution blocks that are nice and clean, hot water, and the whole spread. This is what the 6-man chalet looks like. Very clean. There's enough bedding, extra bedding if you get cold, because it does get quite cold here. So this is day 2 now. We had a very hard day yesterday. We only got about 5-6 decent sizes, and we decided to move due to the grass. There was quite thick blankets of grass in front of us. We struggled to get over the grass, so we moved here. It's a deeper area, a bit more rocky, also a bit better sheltered from the wind. We're getting quite a bit of wind from the back and the side now. But anyway, we made a nice feeding spot. in front of us, our short rod is at 80 meters. So yeah, that's been successful in the mornings and in the evenings. During the day, I'm doing my long rod. I'm doing it, just trying to get over 120 meters at the moment. I've got a bottom trace. At the bottom, I've got a double band leg floaty, and at the top, I've got a band leg and a garlic floaty together. And then yes, with a bit of bun spice and chop on the ball. And then yeah, try and get it as far as possible. And then, like I said, the short rod at 80 meters. Just 2 hard floats at the bottom, 2 plain white and plain red at the bottom, but it hasn't been productive today. But anyway, so so this concludes the 3-day trip that we had here at Drostersnes, here at the Dam Kalkfontein. Did alright. We got a nice bag of fish at the end of the day, a lot of small fish. We got a couple of nice ones, a nice barbel. But yes, I think it was a very successful trip. We had the family here. It was very nice. Everybody caught some fish. Unfortunately, we caught lots of little fish. At the backyard, we got quite stuck, quite a bit. So yes, that was unfortunate. But anyway, so yeah, leave a comment if you guys want to know anything. If you've got any questions, just drop a comment, and then yes, like and subscribe.